I've entered some data here, and we can do all kinds of things with the data in our cells. Now you can see here that this first information here at C2 is the data seems to have spilled over all the way across to cell E2. And we don't want that. We might want some other data in D2 and E2 without this text going over the top. And over here we've got some options. We've got text wrapping, or we can make it slide underneath overflow. But I'm going to click wrap. And what it does, it automatically puts all the data into the cell in the cell address, but it expands the height of the row. And we can then start using other formatting tools here. We might want to center that, and we might want to align it to the middle of the cell, which we won't see much change here. But we can do the same thing here. I want to align that to the middle, and I want that to be in the center. But remember, we can also select a range. So let's just say, for argument's sake, I wanted a range of data. I can format that whole range to be middle, middle, and then I can choose my font. I want Century Gothic, and I might want it to be 12 point. And we could also then change the fill color. Let's make this light green, and then we can do things like put a border around everything, and we've now formatted a little table. Neat trick here, if you wanted to make a table like that, you can go to Format and can click on Alternating Colors, and you can choose the color range. We'll stick with the green. There we go, click Done. And it's now done alternate bands for me. I've added some data into the cells here, and we can use different tools to format. So we can see here we've got to 3 decimal places. What we can do is, if we want to change that, we can use this option over here. We can increase or decrease the number of decimal places. So if I add here, we can see we can add more zeros. But if we want to bring this down to 2 decimal places, we can just bring it down to 2 or even 1, and you'll see how it rounds up or rounds down appropriately. The program still retains the value. You can see here, if I click on 23.5, it's still got the value of 23.45 in there, but it's rounded it. So for numerical expedience, it's done that. Let's make it to 2. Now what we can do here is we can also change this to a dollar value. Now you can see over here the default currency is a pound sign, and that's because I'm using the English language settings in Google plus the metric, and so it defaults to the pound sign. We can deal with that easily by clicking on 1, 2, 3 over here and scrolling down to the New Zealand dollar, and it gives a dollar value for you here. We could also say these could be percentages, so we could click on here and just click on that and click on percentage, and it'll make it percentages for us. So you can use these formatting tools, and let's just take this down to as a percentage. So that's how we can format our text. We can align our text using these tools. We can use the wrap tool, and we can use these numerical formatting tools to actually make the data represent the information that we are trying to show in our charts.